Curiosity. Have you heard Little Uzi's new song?
Yeah, you played it in the car on Friday, right?
Yeah. Is he back?
Dude, Lil Uzi never laughed, bro.
I don't know what he's saying because he's full on. And we back. Why the frick am I receiving a call? So it's playoff time. I know we've been gone for a while, but we're back right before playoff time. I know we missed some things. Broncos and Seahawks, number 1 seeds in the NFL.
Who saw that?
Not me. I didn't get that at all. Did you get the memo?
I must have been out of office that day, unfortunately.
With all that being said, we'll go over all the wild card games, and at the end, we'll kind of give our prediction on who we think is going to win the Super Bowl. At this point in time, I mean, I honestly think it's up in the air on both sides, so it's going to make a really fun playoffs this year, and I can't wait. So, with that being said, first game, we got Rams at Panthers, and the Panthers are the number 4 seed, but yet the Rams are 10.5-point favorites. Convince me why the Panthers are going to win this game.
Because they're the Panthers. They're the most inconsistent, weird team in the NFL. They beat good teams, lose to bad teams. The Rams are a good team, so that means that the Panthers are going to be playing like prime 2018 Patriots.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. They beat the Packers, so. But they come in the playoffs with the worst point differential in the whole playoffs. They have a minus 65 point differential, and all the other teams have a positive point differential. So that's insane. That just goes to show how bad the NFC South is. So if you are a Saints fan, I wouldn't be stressing out because that division is pretty much wide open. I thought the Bucks had it in the beginning of the season, but they kind of fell through. But yeah, now they got the red hot Rams right now. Potential MVP Matthew Stafford is cooking. Puka, he is somewhat healthy. We'll see how he does in the playoff. But yeah, Panthers, not that good of a team. I think this is Rams all day. Give me Rams. Who you got, Dan?
You hear me out.
No.
I'm not even going to give you the chance. No, I'm not hearing you out.
No.
You know, there's always a team in the playoffs that they're there because their division is deplorable. And that's the 2026 Panthers. They're trending on the up. They're a decent team. They have a winning record, which is more than we can say about either of our teams. But at the end of the day, this Panthers team is not Ram beating sauce. My mind went blank after I said beating because I was like, oh no, 5 years old. I just had PTSD flashbacks, you know.
Okay.
But this Panthers team is not going to beat the Rams.
Just not a person.
Enough said. Yeah, I mean, some games you can analyze them a little bit more, but this one isn't an analyzable game.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Right, I agree. I mean, not much need to be said. Give me the Rams. All right. Next game. We got a classic rivalry game. We got Packers at Bears, round 3. It's 1-1 currently. Packers are favored by 1.5 on the road. Jordan Love should be healthy, so I think he's playing. So the Bears are 2, Packers 7. So very interesting game. Bears barely took it last game, and that was against Malik Willis. Now they got Jordan Love. It's gonna be a very fun game. The Bears offense is just too explosive. Caleb Williams has been cooking this season. Ben Johnson, potential coach of the year candidate, maybe the favorite at this point. The Packers, their defense is banged up. They're playing without Michael Parsons. He tore his ACL. They're missing a few other players there on that defense. So I'm going with the Bears. They're the more healthier team. Their offense is more consistent, I would say. And this Ben Johnson got these players going. I like the momentum the Bears has coming into the playoffs, and I think they are due for a run here. So give me the Bears to win at home, especially since it's at Chicago. I feel like that's a huge advantage for the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, everybody loves home games. And yeah, kind of getting on your point, if Ben Johnson doesn't win Coach of the Year, then something is very systematically wrong with the NFL, because to me, he's the clear-cut choice. The Bears were terrible. Caleb Williams last year was not great. People were questioning if Chicago made the right move drafting him. And then 2025 rolls around. The Bears are 11-6. Caleb Williams is having an amazing season. Roma Odunze is breaking out. This offense looks completely different, unrecognizable from the team that they were a year ago. And to me, the Packers are just there. They're kind of a step above the Steelers, where they're a good team, but they always play to that level of good. They always just meet expectations. They don't go above expectations. To me, that's kind of what the Packers are. So I don't see them being able to beat a well offensively coached Bears team in Chicago. They're... Yeah.
All right, I love it. Same page so far. Next game we got. This is the most exciting game for me. We got the Bills at Jags. Bills at Jacksonville. This is a fun game. The Jaguars are hot right now, man. Just like Sidney Sweeney, the Jags are hot right now.
Always.
They're coming on the scene. Trevor Lawrence is having a career year currently, and I guess that's the Liam Cohen effect, because he came in and that offense has been snapping. They've been going. The defense has been impressive. Bills, kind of a disappointing season. They didn't win the AFC East, but Josh Allen's still balling. But the defense is kind of disappointing, allowing a lot of points from their opponents, and the offense at times have been kind of inconsistent. They have been relying on James Cook at times, and he is one of the better running backs in the league so far. Playoff Josh Allen is a different beast. They don't have to worry about the Chiefs, because just like the Stranger Things finale, they disappointed this season. So I think the Bills are potentially a favorite on this side on the AFC, in my opinion. Just because they got the playoff experience, they have that dynamic quarterback in Josh Allen. I'm going with the Bills here. Just because I think they're due for a run, and they don't have to run into a Ravens team with Lamar Jackson or a Chiefs team that always had their number in the playoffs. Jags are going to keep it interesting, though. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think Jags are going to keep it close, but ultimately I'm going with the Bills here on the road.
Yeah. Before I break this down, because we missed last week, and last week was honestly one of the most stupid endings to a game that I've ever seen in my entire life. We had Bills versus Eagles. Everybody was excited about this game, potential Super Bowl matchup.
Last week?
2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Maybe. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
Potential Super Bowl matchup, and it was a good game. I'll give you that. So let me paint a picture. The Bills, statistically, the past 5 games, first half have been absolutely deplorable. And then the second half, they decide they want to show up and play football, and they always come from behind and win games. And this is exactly what they did against the Eagles 2 weeks ago. Is they scored 0 points in the first half. Eagles scored 14. Second half came around. Jalen Hurts, I'm not even kidding. Actual stat line. Did not complete a single pass the entire second half. Bills have a chance to either A, tie the game by kicking an extra point, or win the game by doing a 2-point conversion. And they choose to do the 2-point conversion right then and there. When you know the game is going to go to overtime, you're going to kick the ball off to the Eagles that haven't done squat the entire second half. The Bills are going to get the ball back and score. So, if they lose, my whole rant about that is because I can't rant about the Giants this week. So I got to pick another team to rant about. I I think this is going to be a very high-scoring game because the Bills' defense is not fantastic. Both of these teams are more offensively minded. So it's really going to come down to who's going to make the biggest mistake offensively. Who's going to have that big key missed opportunity? Who's going to have that they went for it on 4th down when they shouldn't have? Because that's been so many cases with so many teams in this league. Dan Campbell has ruined the NFL by going for it every single 4th down. It's 4th and 20. We're going to go for it. No, kick the freaking ball. You're at the 20. Shut up. Anyway, all of that to say, I think it's going to come down to a key mistake. And I'm going to pick the team who is a little bit older, who has more experience, who's been in this situation before to be able to overcome that mistake. So I'm going to pick the Bills here.
All right, I take it. So far, we're on the same page here. Moving on to the next game, we got the Sunday afternoon game. We got the Eagles. No, Eagles are home. 49ers at Eagles. Eagles are favored by 4.5 points, which is kind of shocking to me. I think people are looking too much into the Niners last game against the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks defense is just that good. I know the 49ers only put up 3 points, but I feel like the Eagles wouldn't have done. I mean, it's hard to say they wouldn't have done much better, but I feel like Seahawks might have blown out the Eagles at the rate the Eagles' offense has been lately. So I'm surprised the Eagles are favored by 4.5. I mean, the Eagles are coming in with no offensive momentum at all. 49ers, tough loss last week, but they have a chance to rebound. And I kind of trust the 49ers more than I do with the Eagles, just because that offense has been struggling so much. And like you said, in that game against the Bills, Jalen Hurts did not complete a single pass in the second half, and that's an unbelievable stat line. But they still ended up winning, so the defense came in clutch. Now, can the Niners defense come in clutch to make up for their offense if they can't move the ball against this Eagles defense? I mean, it's going to be tough. Eagles defense is going to have to keep them in this game, I think. But again, I think the Niners have too many offensive weapons there. Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Juwan Jennings. And Brock Purdy has been balling. I know I'm going to erase last week's game. Before that, they were on a 5-game winning streak. I'm going to go based on that. Give me the Niners to win on the road. I know playing Philly in playoff time is a bit tough, but I can't trust the Eagles offense. So I'm going with the Niners on the road here. Give me my first upset in the wild card round.
It's crazy that this is an upset pick. It does not seem like a hard pick to me at all. Also, complete ADD side note. I'm looking at ESPN right now. John Harbaugh got fired?
Yeah, he did.
What?
He got fired today.
That's crazy, dude.
They were talking about it.
That's crazy. I completely missed that. Anyway, I don't think you can count last game as... Last game against the Seahawks was not canon. You can't count that as canon because the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl. That's just a fact. The Seahawks are the best team in the NFL, and they're going to win the Super Bowl.
All right.
Yeah, hot take, except it's ice cold because Sammy D has ice in his veins. Sammy D. We like Sunny D's, and then he's Sammy D. So we, by association, we like Sammy D.
Okay.
Yeah, say it. Say it. I like Sammy D.
I'm not saying that, but
just
you
humor
like
me. Humor me, please.
No.
Yes.
No. Not Sammy D in the playoffs. Is not
Sammy D's nuts.
Regular season Sammy D. Okay.
Anyway,
I knew that was going somewhere.
Lock it, Matt. Okay, I'm trying to be professional. Okay, trying to be professional.
All right.
So I don't think that you can count the 49ers Seahawks game last week at all. It's a fact that the Eagles have been struggling offensively and defensively as well. So I don't see this as a 49ers upset. I see this as the 49ers should be the favorites in this game. I know that the Eagles are playing at home, and I know Eagles fans, the prerequisite to being an Eagles fan is to have a lobotomy, but I think the 49ers are the better team here. I'm going to pick the 49ers.
Okay. And then just kind of going back to what I was saying, it's one thing to struggle against the Seahawks defense, and it's another thing to struggle against the Bills defense, in which the Dolphins was able to put up 31 points on. So
things might not be looking too good for Joshy Al.
We'll see. Moving on, we got the Sunday night game. We got the Chargers at Patriots. Patriots are favored by 3.5 points. Justin Herbert should be healthy for this game. But, again, the Chargers are missing 2 of their starting tackles, I believe. I believe both of them are out this game. So, we'll see what the Patriots defense can do. I mean, Chargers, they rely on dominating the trenches. So we'll see if they're able to do so on the Patriots. But the Patriots have the other MVP. I believe he's like the second favorite to win the MVP. They have an MVP candidate in Drake May. That dude's been balling this season. I think he's the MVP. But we'll see if the rest of the league would think so when they announce it. But I like the Patriots in this spot. They're at home. It's tough to play New England. And for some reason, the Chargers I feel like they always choke. They always get like a lead in the playoff and they choke. I feel like they're going to blow it this game too. So I'm going to go with the Patriots. They're the more reliable team here. The healthier team. So give me the Patriots. Mike Vrabel's going to get these boys ready.
Yeah, and all the people who are like, oh, Patriots, Mickey Mouse run, Patriots, who have they had to beat? Shut up. Okay? It doesn't matter. This is the NFL. These are the most talented people in the entire world. And, you can't say that, oh, this team sucks and, they should not have... Dude, who am I? Freaking Tito Ortiz? My thoughts are just like going out of my head. No, this is the NFL. And, there's not that much of a gap between the greatest team in the NFL and the worst team in the NFL. So, yeah, strength of schedule. I get the people who are saying that the Patriots have had kind of a weaker schedule. But they also have dominated games. It's not like they're playing to the level of their opponents. They're dominating games. And so I think in so many ways they're the better team in this situation. I'm going to pick the Patriots here. And I'm going to do it. I think, hear me out, the Patriots run game, which they're not really known for their run game right now, but the Patriots run game is what's going to get them this win. I just have a feeling in my gut.
Yeah.
That's my hot
they
take.
do got a strong run. They do have a strong run game, so I like that. I like that take. Moving on to our last wild card game, we got the Texans at Steelers, and in Mike Tomlin fashion, Steelers finished 10-7 and barely sneaks into the playoff. That last game was like a Looney Tune game, bro. That was crazy. It's crazy to think that Tyler Loop folded for the Ravens. They were one kick away. How far was it? It was like 30 yards?
Yeah, it was close. Tyler Loop got John Harbaugh fired. You can directly trace it back to that.
You're not wrong. I'm not going to argue against that. The Steelers are just destined to go 10-7 and just barely sneak in the playoffs. It's nuts. But Texans, number 1 defense in the league. And what do they say? Defense wins championships. So I'm definitely going with the Texans here. I'm surprised they're only favored by 3. Aaron Rodgers has low-key been balling, considering he doesn't have his best weapon out there in DK Metcalf. He will be back in this game. TJ Watt's back. We'll see how that offense is going to be moving with DK Metcalf back, but they've always been kind of inconsistent. So has the Texans offense, but they got the number 1 defense, man. I love that Texans defense. I think it's going to take them pretty far, so give me the Texans on the road here. I feel like the AFC is pretty wide open. I feel like any of these teams can pull off an upset and make a run.
Yeah. I think the odds are so close because the Steelers are at home, which is funny to me.
Yeah.
There's a clear-cut answer, and the answer is the Texans. It doesn't take much. We've seen this all year. We've seen the same story just repeated over different weeks. It doesn't take much to throw the Steelers off their game. And with this strong Texans defense, I think they can definitely throw Aaron Rodgers off their game. They can take the run game away from him. They can take DK out of the game. We all know that all it takes is one Texans fan to, DK just goes crazy. So, I think if there is a team, the Texans are the team that can completely shut down the Steelers offense. So I'm going to pick the Texans here.
All right. Now, then we're going to go ahead and give our who we think is going to be in the Super Bowl. I'll go first. Out of the AFC side, I am leaning towards teams with experience. So I'm kind of sleeping on the Broncos and Patriots. I am leaning towards the Texans and Bills. I feel like those are two strong teams that made it to the playoffs before, and they're two teams that's been getting hot at the right time. Now, in playoffs, we've seen it. You got to have a superstar quarterback to take you over the hump. I think Josh Allen, that might be the Bills' year. I got the Bills going to the Super Bowl out of the AFC. That might be a hot take. I'm going with the team with the best quarterback on that side. Give me the Bills. Out of the NFC side, I think the team that makes it to the Super Bowl is going to be coming out from the NFC West. So it's either going to be the Seahawks, Rams, or Niners. And this one might be even a hotter take. We saw the Seahawks beat down on the Niners. Seahawks barely beat the Rams. But I'm going with the 49ers. I'm going to Bills 49ers Super Bowl. Mostly because the 49ers, the Super Bowl is going to be at San Francisco. So imagine the 49ers playing at home in the Super Bowl. That'd be nuts. They'll be the third team to ever do it. I feel like Kyle Shanahan got something planned for the playoffs. Going to get his team right. They got weapons on that offense. I don't think they're going to let Seahawks put the beating on them like they did the last game. I mean, 49ers had plenty of opportunities to come back in that game. They just didn't. They couldn't pull it off. Seahawks gave them those opportunities, and I feel like they can make the same mistakes. Plus, I don't trust Sam Darnold, Sammy D in the playoffs. So that's a huge reason why, and I feel like Robert Sala's going to get that defense right. So give me a Bills 49ers Super Bowl.
I like that pick, and I honestly hope that you're right because Bills fans have suffered long enough. Josh Allen, he's not going to be the best quarterback in the league. One of the best quarterbacks in the league forever. And you kind of want to see him win a ring before he enjoys his millions with his extremely attractive supermodel wife. Poor guy. So the AFC, I feel like, is a lot tighter than the NFC. I'm kind of going opposite on the NFC. I already made my NFC pick. I think that the Seahawks are the best team in the NFC, and I'm confidently picking them. And they might lose this week. That'd be kind of funny if they did. They're not playing this week. Yeah, they're not.
No, they're not playing. They're on bye.
Goodness. I'm hungry, dude.
All right, Tito.
Watch them lose next week. But no, I think that they're the best team in the NFC. So I'm gonna pick the Seahawks. And then for the AFC, I'm tied between two AFC East teams. It's either going to be the Bills or the Patriots.
Okay.
It's not going to be the Broncos. The Broncos play boring, mind-numbing football where it's only defense. There's absolutely no offense at all. And they play to the level of their opponents. And honestly, if the Broncos are in the Super Bowl, I'm just going to boycott it. Just tune in for the halftime show. And, get my kicks whenever the camera goes into the crowd and shows the hot Latinas. That's going to be my Super Bowl experience. If the Broncos are in it, I'm just there for the Latinas. At the end of the day, though, the Bills always choke it away in the playoffs. So I'm going to go with the Patriots here. Patriots, Seahawks, Super Bowl, a rematch of 2015. 2015.
I think it was 2015.
Yeah. Run it back. Run it back, Turbo. Hopefully the
Back to the
Seahawks
bowl.
can decide to throw the ball not at the one and run it instead.
Yeah. I would love to see that. So we'll see. Maybe the Seahawks get the revenge from 10 years ago. But yeah, that wraps up our video. Those are our picks. Make sure to comment down below who you guys think is gonna win, where we go right, where to go wrong, and your Super Bowl prediction. Remember, you gotta own it before the playoffs start, or else it doesn't count. You can't criticize our picks unless we see your picks. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to. Okay, why is that funny?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about picks.
Okay, all right.
Hey guys, make sure you
to
send us your.
No, don't send us that. Don't send us that. Okay. Subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you guys next time. We'll see you for the divisional round.
See ya.
Peace.